Hello and welcome to the Listening Window. Today's story is called I Went for a Job Interview. This story is perfect for English listening practice and English speaking practice. I'll be telling the story in simple, everyday English. If you would like to read along or download the full script, vocabulary list, quiz, answer key, and a bonus writing prompt, just click the link in the description. Now, let's begin. I woke up early that morning. The sun was just starting to rise. I sat on my bed, holding my phone, looking at the time again and again. Today was my big day. I had a job interview. I felt a little sick because I was so nervous. I had spent the whole night practicing my answers in front of the mirror. I even wrote down questions they might ask me. After a quick shower, I stood in front of my closet, trying to pick the right clothes. Should I wear the black blazer or the blue one? In the end, I chose the black one. It made me feel a little more confident. I skipped breakfast because my stomach felt too tight. I just grabbed my bag, checked my documents one more time, and left the house. The bus ride was slow. It felt like every traffic light turned red just for me. I kept checking my watch, tapping my foot, feeling the minutes slip away. Finally, I reached the building. It was much taller than I imagined. The glass doors opened automatically as I walked in. The lobby smelled like fresh coffee and new carpet. The front desk. I told the receptionist my name. She smiled and pointed to a seating area. Please wait there. Someone will call you, she said. I sat down. There were 3 other people waiting too. They all looked very serious and professional. Suddenly, I felt very small. I looked down at my hands. They were shaking a little. I tried to breathe slowly, in and out. Just like my mom had told me the night before. After about 15 minutes, a man in a gray suit came out. He called my name. I stood up quickly, almost knocking over my bag. He smiled and said, "Relax. You're doing fine." That small kindness made me feel a bit better. We walked down a long hallway into a small office. There were 2 people sitting behind a desk, a man and a woman. Both looked serious but kind. The interview started. First, they asked me to introduce myself. I spoke about my studies, my hobbies, and my past experiences. My voice was a little shaky at first, but after a few minutes, I found my rhythm. Then they asked me questions about teamwork, deadlines, and how I handle pressure. I answered as best as I could, giving examples from my college days and my volunteer work. Finally, they asked me, "Why do you want this job?" I took a deep breath. I looked at both of them and said honestly, "I believe in the work your company does. I want to be a part of something that helps people, and I want to grow. I'm ready to learn." There was a long pause after I finished speaking. I felt my cheeks getting hot. Had I said something wrong? But then they smiled. The woman said, "Thank you." That was a lovely answer. They told me they would call me within a week. Did I thank them, shook their hands, and left the office. Outside, the sky was bright blue. I felt lighter. Even though I was still nervous about the results, I decided to treat myself to a coffee at a small cafe nearby. I sat by the window, sipping my coffee, thinking about every word I had said. Did I do enough? Did I smile enough? Maybe I talked too fast. Maybe they like someone else more. I tried to push the doubts away. At least I had faced my fear. That was something to be proud of. 3 days later, my phone rang. It was the company. I held my breath as I answered. The woman's voice was warm. "Congratulations," she said. "We would love to offer you the position." I almost dropped the phone. Tears filled my eyes as I said, "Thank you. Thank you so much." After I hung up, I danced around my living room. I had done IT to my journey was just beginning, and somehow I knew I was exactly where I was supposed to be. Thank you so much for listening to The Listening Window. If you would like to read the full story, download the vocabulary list, quiz, answer key, and a bonus writing prompt. Please click the link in the description below. And if you were the main character, what would you have said at the interview? Share your version of the ending in the comments. See you next time.